This is Review the Edit, a podcast where, you guessed it, we review the edit. And today, I've got 3 amazing videos for you. Video number 1 comes from Golf Guy Review, who edits in iMovie and using Keynote. Next up, we have Sunny, who talks about leadership over on YouTube, and we're checking out one of his videos today. And then last but not least, we're checking out Fix, who talks about why Knives Out was better than Glass Onion in a video essay he edited. So let's dive into it. All right, Golf Guy, let's see what you got. Let's check out your video.
This is the Bushnell Tour V6. It's Bushnell's latest laser rangefinder at £399 or $399 in the...
So that's what he's doing in Keynote. He's doing these $399 things in Keynote. Okay, that's interesting. That's a way to do it. I don't know if I would do it that way. I would probably use Canva. If I didn't have After Effects or Premiere Pro, and I didn't like the titles that were in iMovie, I would probably use Canva. I'm curious if that's the green screen assets he's talking about. We'll keep watching and we'll see if there's anything else.
The US, it's a pretty expensive piece of kit. So I'm gonna put it through its paces here on the course today so you can see what it's actually like to use, as well as how accurate it is. I've got a special club in the bag today to test just that. And I'm also gonna compare it against the previous Bushnell.
So we're gonna pause there real quick, because if we go back,
actually like to use, as well as how accurate it is. I've got a special club.
Yeah, so that is like right there. Like, so it's an iMovie animation, right? So it's not great, but it's not terrible either. And the thing I would say, if you want to increase this edit quality, is I would make it in Canva. If you don't have the money to afford a high-end editing software like Premiere Pro, I would try it in Canva. Or man, I would also, DaVinci Resolve is free and way better than iMovie for some of that stuff. I would maybe try DaVinci Resolve. Give that an easy, go ahead try. I think that could be better for you. But man, it's working. And if you go to his channel, his videos have massive views. He has a couple different videos that are in the 50 to 100,000 view range. And homeboy is editing on iMovie with Keynote. It just goes to show you, it doesn't matter what editing software you use or how great your graphics are, as long as you're making content people want to watch. If you're making great content people want to watch, they don't care, what you're editing in. They don't care about your motion graphics. They just care about the content. And so, that's even a lesson for every video editor watching this. And it's probably going to tick off some people. But I just think that there are so many video editors who want to create really cool graphics and stuff. And not that there's anything wrong with cool graphics, but they have to enhance the story and they have to enhance the overall product. And so this 10-minute video here, it's just using iMovie. That's all it's using. iMovie and Keynote. And it's not his most viewed video on his channel, but I have to imagine if that's what he's using for this video, it's what he's using for all these other videos that have thousands upon thousands of views and the hundreds of thousands of views. So it just, once again, goes to show you, you don't need a ton of resources to make great YouTube videos or to make great content. You just need to know how to tell a story, and telling a story has to be the most crucial thing when it comes to sharing content. Let's keep watching.
In the bag today to test just that. And I'm also going to compare it against the previous Bushnell Tour V5 shift so you can see how the two stack up, because you can buy the old one now at a pretty big discount. And I'm also going to compare it against a cheaper laser rangefinder. I've got the...
Yeah. So that's all. I think those are most of his I've watched this video once, and I think most of his assets, the popping up on the screen and all that kind of stuff, just comes from Keynote. There was one specific section here. There's this one specific section here where he is doing a review of both rangefinders and kind of having them go off against one another.
Zap there. Right, 240, 240, and 240.
So I'm imagining those are each separate images that he's just popping into iMovie. That's what I'm imagining. And what I think he could do to make his workflow 1,000 times easier than just doing all those images is if you just have a timed Canva animation and really figure that out. I think it'll just make your workflow 1,000 times easier in iMovie instead of trying to get the clips just right. I also just hate iMovie. I just think it's the most unintuitive thing out there. Like Final Cut Pro is definitely way better, obviously, but like I think iMovie is great. Like if you're making slideshows, use iMovie, get that Ken Burns effect going on. But like I just think, man, like there's so many better ways you can optimize your workflow here, and that just make it look a little bit nicer for you. And it's free. Like Canva has a free resource for you to do that. So that's my biggest recommendation, because his content's good. His content is really good. People are watching his content, obviously. I have to imagine the affiliate marketing on this guy's channel is stupid, right? He has a whole thing on Garmin watches. Dude, if he is listing just some really good affiliate links on the golf stuff and the Garmin watches, like all that stuff, I have to imagine he's making some good affiliate marketing on there. So like even like with a little bit of your affiliate marketing income, pay for Canva Pro. It's $15 a month, I think. It's one of those tools where it's worth it. It'll enhance your edit style and it'll just make your content better. And so your content's already really good. Like I don't think you need to leave iMovie if you don't want to pay for better software. But I do think that you can elevate your edits just by doing some simple things, because like this is good, right? But it could be great. And I think that's where like you will see this like more success come, is if you go from good to great in your videos. But once again, you have a bigger channel than I do, and you do way less editing effects than I do, and you're just really good at search-based content for golfers, man. So kudos to you. Love it. Let's move on to video number 2. So here we have Sonny's video. He's going to be talking about leadership skills that are needed for the future of work. Very interesting topic. Right off the bat, Sonny's got YouTube subtitles like embedded into the video, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know why there's this editing like niche going around right now where people just want to put subtitles on every single video they're putting on YouTube. And like, it makes sense if it's, you know, the beginning of a video. Like, I think that makes sense sometimes. I think it makes sense if it's like a short or a reel, or it's going to live on other platforms. I think that makes sense, but I don't think it makes sense for YouTube videos. And Sonny, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just how I feel. I think that these subtitles don't look good. I don't like the outline of them. I don't like the yellowish hue that I'm getting off them when I watch this, both on YouTube and on the downloaded version of it. So just a thought from there, my guy. No hate or shade or anything like that. I think it could be better if we either A, updated those subtitles, or B, just got rid of them really altogether. But Sonny's a talking head YouTuber, and so you're going to notice this as he kind of walks through his video. There's not going to be a ton of stuff really outside of B-roll. So we're going to critique some B-roll transitions here in a moment.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be identifying the leadership skills that a person will need for the future of work by identifying changes anticipated to happen throughout the remainder of the century. Leadership skills are timeless. There are skills established thousands of years ago that are still applied to modern instances of leadership and
I vibe with this music. I vibe with it. I love good music in the background of a video. It just makes a talking head video better, right? Like no one wants to listen to a boring talking head video without music or without anything else going on. So I just think this is really good. You got some really like baller music in there. So good stuff.
Team management. Many individuals in society today still have those inherent leadership skills within them. However, by anticipating what the future of work may be like, we can anticipate which leadership skills to prioritize. The first anticipation is artificial intelligence and automation. Artificial intelligence is quickly.
So if you watch Sonny's whole video, which the link will be in the description, the thing you will notice is that Sonny oftentimes just like cuts to the B-roll. There's no real transition into the B-roll. There's no real like smooth change or anything like that. And so just a thought, dude, I think it could be better if we threw some cross dissolves in there, if we threw some motion in there, maybe even some other sort of effect to kind of do the transition of things, because I think that just elevates the edit just a little bit more. As it stands right now, this is a really good like basic talking head video, but I think if we add just a little bit of transition in there, it could be really good, because we just pop back 10 seconds and like we'll just watch that one more time.
We can anticipate which leadership skills to prioritize. The first anticipation is artificial intelligence and
see, like it was just boom, boom, quick cut, nothing crazy. And I think if we just add some transitions to spice in there, that would make it a little bit better. The other thing too, if you want to expound your points as a talking head YouTuber, I would maybe think through what are some sort of like text animations that I could throw on screen to like help make things look better. So like one of my favorite text animations to use is from the video editor starter pack or the free stuff for Mr. Horse. I think both those are excellent options. I'll link both in the description below if you as a video editor watching this are interested. But man, like I think like just some of that kind of stuff would help expound your points a little bit, like help make the video a little more interesting, because it's not that the B-roll is bad. It's not that the content is bad. It's that we need an exclamation point on the content. Like, I think that's the big thing for you to start thinking through as you work through your edits as a YouTuber is like, what exclamation point can I have like put on my content that just makes it 30 times better? And so even like what I said with Golf Guy in the last video, like if you could like sit down and think through maybe even what Canva animations do I want to make, right? Like, and I know I'm like throwing Canva around like crazy right now, but I really do think that like Canva is like a real easy option for people who don't have time for video editing or After Effects to make some easy text animations, right? That'll help make their videos look 1,000 times better. And so I would really think through kind of that aspect, right? Like of like, okay, what stuff can I do to add into my videos that'll really expound the point? I also, the other thing
Automation.
I would possibly zoom out on your shot a little bit more. I don't know if you're filming in 4K or not, but if this is a talking head video, if you sitting, it looks like you're sitting like kind of on a couch or something like that, I would 4K that video so that you could crop in a little bit more and then crop out a little bit more for when you want to do your text animations on the side of the screen that I'm talking about. Because like, and if we can keep you in the center of the screen and just pop a really good like text animation about artificial intelligence or leadership skills or any of the stuff you're talking about kind of right here, I think it just makes your video better. Like, I really do think it makes your video better and can elevate what you are doing as a creator. And so, dude, I think your content is super good. Like, I really do. I think you're on the right pace with content. I think we got to make the video feel more of like a 10 out of 10 exclamation point. This was really, really good. You're at a great start. You're at a great start, Sonny. Keep it up. My biggest encouragement to you is figure out what more spice or flavor, right, is the word I'm going to use, right, that you can add into a video to make it pop. And if it were me, I would get rid of the subtitles. It's a big thing I would get rid of. But hey, guys, do me a favor. Go over to Sonny's channel, show him some love, say, saw you on Review the Edit, and check out his content. He's got some good stuff over there. So it's always good to kind of check out some stuff on leadership and like personal development and to hear from other people in that space. So be sure to check it out. All right, on to video number 3. So everyone's going to get a kick out of this. I just recorded the whole segment of In Fixed Videos here and didn't record it. Did not click the record button. So I was just talking into the ether in my room like an idiot. So let's actually watch the video now.
In the film industry, sequels are an inevitability.
That was beautiful. I loved his little title animation that like said his name. Very, very good. Love the sound effects with it. I also really love what he's going to do here with his B-roll. And this is really what I was trying to communicate with the Sunny video we just watched. So watch this real quick, how you saw that come down.
Some stories are unfinished. Sometimes there are more stories to be told, but most of the time,
so what we saw there, right? There were 3 B-roll shots he did, and then an image and a text thing, right? So the 3 B-roll shots, he did 2 animations, a quick cut, and then even with a quick cut, right? He then threw in that text and then slid in that image, right? Like, it was beautifully done and keeps your attention the entire time going throughout these first few seconds. The thing with talking head / video essay videos is that first 30 seconds of a video is so crucial into making it work well. The first 30 seconds is so crucial into making it work well. If you want to capture your audience's attention, you need to make your audience want to be there. The best way to do that is to make those first 30 seconds high effort. Spend a lot of time on that first 30 seconds, and then you get their attention and they'll want to stay in and buy in as long as the content is good. Let's keep watching.
it's about the money.
I'm talking about this.
When people realize that cinema is an art form and stop throwing away films once it
Oh, I love this shot.
began airing at the movie theater, more
That was so good. Like the pull out of the trash can, like that was beautiful. Well done. Love that. And that's, once again, that's what I'm talking about B-roll. B-roll is the exclamation point on your video. And if you transition through it properly, it will make your video pop.
movies started being made, and the art of film
And all that was just quick cuts. Like, this is just quick cuts right now. And we're 18 seconds into the video right now. And he quick cut from 3 B-roll clips after some really highly edited stuff. So like, it just goes to show you, like, man, there's some really good stuff that you can do there.
Filmmaking was held in a much higher regard, with the respect of filmmaking starting to rise. Also began an epidemic of numerous franchises.
I loved that. I also really, really, really love that. So one thing that I fall into as an editor sometimes is I'll make static images on the screen all pop up the same direction. It's one of those like terrible habits that I have. But what I love that he did, and it just makes the video a little bit better, is he has multiple motions happening with these images. One flies out from the left, one flies out from the right, one flies out from the bottom, and it just adds to the video, right? Like, instead of them all popping out from the bottom, no, they all pulled in together into the focal point of the screen. You're not really focused on Transformers or Star Wars. You're really focused on the Avengers, but those 2 images catch your eye and then pull you into the center of the screen so that you're like, oh, this is what okay, I know this movie, and then I definitely know Avengers, right? So like, it pulls you into what is happening center screen. And that's one of the things I don't think editors think about a lot. Or even YouTubers think about a lot, is like, you want to pull your audience into something so they can be captured by the attention. What Fix did here that was very, very well done was he pulled us into the center so that we can keep this idea of cinema in mind as he's kind of talking through this concept.
Featuring a catalogue of content which spanned over numerous years. Some franchises deserving the time dedicated to them, others...
Oh, once again, another great shot. Oh my gosh.
Should have spent more time with their families.
That's a great way to use a static image. Like, that's a great way to use a static image.
But because every
nice camera click out of that. Love that.
creative filmmaker wants to chase the bag.
Like, the sound effects. The sound effects make this video, right? Like the camera clicks, the screech, the swooshes, the like all that kind of stuff. Just exclamation points. The video. If you want your talking head video to be really, really good, have some amazing soundtracks in it, right? Like, that's one of the best things you can do. Like, those sound effects and the music that are in the video really help make it better. And so if you want your video to pop and succeed, that's what you should do. I love Infix's video here. I don't really know if I have critique of his video. It's just a really well edited video, right? Like, so from a video essay perspective, I'm not super interested in Glass Onion failed to live up to Knives Out like concept personally. So this video isn't aimed towards me, but there are tons of people who is aimed towards. And what I love about this video is like, oh, like, it's very well edited. We are 38 seconds in, and I love watching it. I'm having fun watching it. And that's what makes a great video essay, is that you as the audience have fun while you are watching it to keep you engaged. You want to pull your audience in and share a meaningful story. Well, then you have to keep your audience's attention. And I don't think you need a bunch of sound effects or a bunch of animations or a bunch of other stuff. And he's really not doing animations. He's just using sound effects to his best of his ability. Like, he's not like throwing some Imangazi transitions in there, LOL. But like, he's actually, right, just using some different ways to make the footage appear into the video, right? And he's doing some amazing transitions to encapsulate an exclamation point what he is talking about. That's all it's doing. It is helping what he is talking about in a very real way by making it fun to watch. We don't see his face. We don't need to see his face because the B-roll is really helping elevate the video and becoming like the main thing of what's going on.
I can turn their niche standalone movie into an expanded...
That was great. Did he didn't even see the whole helmet collapse? The Marvel Studios thing just comes right down. So good.
The universe, it has created a saturated...
And quite honestly, a lot of that stuff, like that spin effect, that's totally a Mr. Horse transition, right? And I'm not against Mr. Horse transitions. I think they're great. Link in description if you want to get the free pack. But like, dude, like, this is just proving once again, right? Like, you don't need the fanciest resources in the world. You just need to know how to encapsulate your videos and make them interesting for people.
...market. And one filmmaker who wants to cash in is Rian Johnson with Knives Out.
Yeah, man, this is just a good video. Like, I think that is one of the things I really want to hit on with this video, is that it's good. And I love that. I want to end kind of review the edit each week on like a really good video to help like the audience see, right? Help you see what is a good video and what we're really looking for, and to encapsulate the critique of the other videos as well. Don't get me wrong, there's tons of stuff he could do better. I think the music could be way better in this video. I think the sound effects are great, but I think the music could be way better. That's probably my biggest critique for this video. Like the music isn't really popping a little bit. And so I think that's another thing just to think through in that aspect. But man, like we're 47 seconds into this video and I've talked about it for almost 8 minutes, right? Because these 47 seconds are filled with so much good stuff that we could stop and talk about and think about. And that's what helps get your audience into the video, is when there is not so much happening, when there is enough happening to exclamation point what is going on. And that's what Infix does really well in this video. It's the exclamation point, the main topic of his video, through the effects, through the sound effects, through the transitions, right? Through the B-roll and the movie clips he's using, through the little bit of humor that we get to see, right? Like doing all of that kind of stuff helps make this video even better. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to click that like and subscribe button and head on over to Twitter at The Story of Craft, where you can figure out how to be a part of the next Review the Edit episode. Other than that, I'll see you next week for Review the Edit episode 2. Till then.